Hey everyone, thanks for tuning back into another episode of Ask Matt, where I make real estate easier. Here's what I want to share with you today. How do you save money marketing your home? No one likes marketing their house. I can tell you that right now. So when you market your property, you pay fees, you do all this sort of stuff, and you get it all set up, you pay stylists and everything, and then you've got to market your home effectively. You can save money on marketing, but it's all about making the right decision. Here's how you do it. Choose an agent that has a great database for your area. Because if they've got a great database, they've already put the hard work in. They've already got all the people that potentially are looking in that area. They've got a big selection of people anyway. So you can choose from their 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years of collecting these people. The only thing though, because you don't have to. People talk about like auctions. Auctions cost a lot. They don't really. It's because they're more intensely marketed. So let's wind it back a little bit. I want you to understand that you have complete choice on how you market it. So it's not like you've got to do this there's no set formula or rule. Apart from what I would be thinking is, where is the strongest point of leverage for your sale? So is it before it hits the market? I reckon there's a couple. Before it goes on the market, if you've got a prime buyer, they may want to pay a really good price to stop it going on the market. That's one. That costs you nothing in marketing. So that's your choice there. The only thing there is that they probably don't have the right competition, or you don't feel is that you haven't had a choice of other buyers that potentially don't know about your house. So the agent doesn't have all of the buyers, they've got a large portion if they've got a good database. When you go on the internet, so that's a pretty low cost model for marketing, that would be the next leverage point as soon as it goes on the market. And the internet's got about a 2-week lifespan, it's very fast moving. So you might want to sell before it hits the market, which costs you nothing. Or you might want to sell when you go onto the internet just to get a feel for what's going on. To give you an idea, I'll just tell you a quick story. I just sold a house today. I thought $950,000 to $1 million is roughly the range where it is. I could have sold it before it went on the market. So we had an offer of $970,000. And I just didn't feel it was the right time to sell it. So we went onto the internet. So the database launch was first, and then we put it on the internet. And then we found some more buyers. Today I sold it at 1.25 million with competition. So that's a really strong leverage point. So in a good market, you probably want to make sure that you're at least getting into the market somehow. So if you're conscious of spending money, the internet model is probably the low cost part. So you've got database, which costs you nothing. You got the internet stage, which would be photos, floor plan, copywriting, brochures, and the internet, which is fairly low cost. And then the third stage would be advertising. And some people love advertising, other people don't. But I would certainly go through in those ways, because you can manage your cash flow as well. So if you're just listing by private treaty or auction even, you have a 3-stage approach. Database, get a sense of what those hot buyers say. Internet, see what they say in the first week. And then if you feel like maybe you need a little bit more energy around it, or you want to explore an ad or two in the local paper, then I would use that as stage 3. And that way you're spending smart. You're not just going out there and throwing thousands of dollars out there and hoping the marketplace responds well. You get a good feel for it, and you're stepping it through bit by bit by bit by bit. And basically you're managing your investment. I'm a believer in marketing. I really am. You can't sell a secret. You need to let people know about it. And you don't know, the reach of the internet, for instance, is so far and wide, you don't know where people are sitting. And sometimes people see your home that weren't thinking of your area as well. Your home might suit them, but they never really considered in purchasing your area. They might be looking in other areas around you. So it really is about getting it in front of more people. There is still a place for newspaper advertising. It's a slightly more passive market, but it is a deeper read. I sold a house recently. The lady was the underbidder, but she offered a very good price. She was probably in her late 60s, and she had a headache from work. And she went home, got a cuppa, sat there with the local paper, just like this, and just wanted to unwind a little bit. And she was flicking through it, and she saw the property that she's been looking for a long time. She got enthused about that house, but she wasn't actively looking in the market every day on the internet. So that's what I mean about a passive market. You're going to scoop up some people that are just sitting there and want to flick through the paper and get a good sense of what's going on in the market. Well, they just might have an interest in buying something, but they don't know exactly where or when. That's what I mean about passive. So I think there is still a good place for this. Don't discount it, but use it smart. That way you can manage your money, you can manage your spend, and you can feel your way through the process. And I think you'll be really comfortable with the outcome then. Remember the points of leverage. Before you hit the market, someone might pay to stop it, but then you don't know exactly what the market's going to say, so you probably wouldn't sell it there most of the time. As soon as it goes on the internet, when it's all fresh and exciting, and the third one would be with competition on the third stage. Let me know if you have any questions around this. Anything else, I'll answer anything you need to about real estate, and look forward to seeing you on the next video.